Hi, chat. Wi-Fi sucks, doesn't it? It's absolutely horrendous, this experience, to try and stream, but we can get it figured out, probably. Maybe. Possibly. We'll figure it out, But, for now, let's just get straight into it. So, what I'm thinking is, we have the bot, right? Well, one of the main things I was running into an issue with is the fact that I can't, when I send the schedule, I can't dictate, like, the value here. Like, this value, I can't change that value. And it's a whole thing to try and generate UTF timestamps. Like, UTF timestamps. Let me test something real quick. So one thing I want to test real quick is see if UTF timestamps are the same as Discord timestamps, because I'm honestly not sure. Timestamp generator. Just to see, because basically what I want, or we can just do, you know, what I usually use, hammer time. Okay, so I want to test if they're the exact same thing. That's the first thing I want to do, because if they're the same thing, then we should be able to just get a Unix timestamp converter. So, let's see. We can get a UTC, which is GMT, yeah. Okay. Let's set it to 5 p.m. Yeah, GMT would be 12 p.m. So if GMT 12 p.m. would be Well, they're all the same code. It just depends on like what the last ending bit is. So we know that's the code. Now what we need is for this to be 12 p.m. on the dot. Is that what I think it is? It's not. Inspect. So here's my question. My question now is, how is it? Is if it's you should be using UTF timestamps. No, actually, might be useful too. It keeps going up each time. I'm gonna set it to. So it should be the same. 2.6. No, it is the same. Unix epoch time. So what we need is a epoch timestamp. That's what we need right now. The problem is that we needed to generate for the upcoming Tuesday. So the quickest way out of this would be to just have it accept like not regular late or earlier noon. No choices, just have them input the epoch time, or the timestamp itself in Discord format, one of those. That's the quickest method. That is the absolute quickest. And we also set it to not required, so then if it has no value, then we just set it to crickets. Because we can get the epoch time, right? And we can just make it do that. My problem is just like, do we want to have to code up something that will get the next thing? Let me go over here real quick. Actually, let me check. I need to know the rules of the time system in JavaScript, because if we get date now, it will return returns the number of milliseconds elapsed since the epoch. The JavaScript date is fundamentally specified as the time in milliseconds that is elapsed since the epoch. An epoch of midnight. Yeah, which is defined as the midnight at the beginning of January 1st, 1970. So January 1st, 1970 is the epoch, at midnight is the epoch, and then this is the amount of milliseconds after that. While the time value at the heart of a date object is UTC, the basic methods to fetch the date and time of its components, or its components all the work in local host system time zone and offset. Okay. So what we need parses a string representation of a date and returns the date's timestamp. Okay. So that's another option, I suppose, too. We can provide the date that it will go off on, and then it just converts that to a timestamp. Which could be a good idea. Yeah. We just need to type out, like, the actual date it will be in GMT. Does it have to be GMT? Let's see. No. Expected output 0. Get day. Returns the day of the week for this date according to local time. Or get date. Returns the day of the month for this date according to local time. Okay. And we can measure that, yeah. Well, what we can do is we can put these, I can make these copy and paste that I can just easily paste into the values. So every time I make a schedule, I just end up pasting the date that will be, and then it just converts it. Get UTC day. Oh wait, that's the UTC day. We need the UTC get milliseconds. Or we need the actual. Yeah, parse is what we need. I'm thinking we could just do this. Oh, let me see. Huh? In GMT, that's Tuesday, July 28th at 8 a.m. That's probably it's possible this is off. What I can do is I can take this number and I can pull it up in Discord and see what it comes out to be. Pick this up. July 28th, 1970, 4 a.m. So, let's try something. Let's open JS Fiddle. Let's open JS Fiddle and we can just see. Let test equals date dot parse. We give it something along the lines of let's test in your content. We'll do that later, why don't we? August. Guess we gotta do 2004. 06 August 2004. Yeah. project console.log test. Okay. So, what if I put that in Discord? That comes out to be March 11th, 36,566. That is not the date we're looking for. Why is that not correct? Let's just do it in GMT and see. That's 0. Oh, because that's January 1970. What do you do minus 0? GMT. What's EST? GMT plus 5, is it not? It's 427. GMT minus 5, maybe? Yeah, GMT minus 5. So maybe we do that. That's not the correct timestamp was. Well, yeah, they're not supposed to match. So, if this is GMT 5, that means we can pull this up in Discord. July 28th, 1970, 4 a.m. Perfect, I think. That should be it. So we know we can so we can properly parse the date. The question then becomes, all we really need to do is say, like, the date that it'll run on. And 4 o'clock in GMT minus. Oh, they swapped. These numbers swapped. That's why they seem a little off. Okay. So, we know we can parse the date, and we really just need, that's really all we need. We just need to be able to type it out, which is honestly probably fine. Really, what we can do, we don't even need to remove the choices. So what we can do is, guys, we can take this chunk. Okay, this chunk is what's editable. We just put in what the current, we can even get the current year if we want to. Yeah, we can get the current year, get year. Get full year. There we go. Ah, there you go. But it gets the full year of that. We need date.now. Log start. What's it log? That logs the date now. Takes that to parse. Going to local time. About the date itself. date object. Yeah, we can do different things. So we can do date string, date object, stuff like that. So can always just return the date object itself. So this should be date string, or the value. I guess the value should work too. Yeah, and then we can do get full year off of that. Yeah, so I think this should work. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these, and we can have them return the value. We just need a function that'll do this. So let's real quick schedule. Create schedule times string. Yeah, okay. So really we just need a, so I think we can just pass the function in here. Yeah. Alright, follow up. Interaction follow up, so no, maybe we should put it in here actually, yeah. Export function create times. But what do we want to accept? We need to accept the date, like date string. The date will be a string that we can just pass into a converter. And then I think that's all we need. Date. Yeah, because this will be, because we'll know it'll be 4 p.m. and then we'll know. Yeah, and then either regular, late, or early. So we have these corresponding numbers, so like 1, 2, 3, and then 0 for that. Type number. Okay. So used to being an int in other languages. Oopsies. Alright. So I'm thinking we can do function create times date string type number. So what we can do is create times date string. Yeah, date.parse. So we need date.parse. And then depend, yeah, so. It's a number we now will correspond to. Yeah, switch number. Alright, switch type. Am I forgetting to write a switch case statement on it? Switch statement. Oh, yeah, okay. Case 0. Case 1. Case 2. Case 3. I suppose we could just like, we could pass these as a string. To make it more obvious, just make it a bit cleaner, make it more obvious what we're actually trying to do here. So case none, case regular, case late, and case early. So it'll be switch type case none, case early, So this part will be... Can I make it, let time equals... No, I can't make any value of that, so what we need to do is let time... Just empty string for now, and then we can reference time as equal to... crickets. Then we can always do, like... Actually, no, we can just do return crickets. Yeah, because we need to return that. That's what it'll input. So we can just return crickets, and then case regular type equals 0, 0, 4, 0, 0, GMT minus 5. We also need break. Well, this is actually relevant because it's just doing a return. So. Okay. Type equals. Alright, so once we got this done. Blade 9. Blade 1. Alright, so once we got this done, this will pass this. This will do is pass in here. What we're doing is we're gonna pass this part, this chunk back here. We're gonna pass this as a separate string, and then we can have the date right here that they provide. So we'll know. So it'll provide just the date, the month, and the year. And once it just provides that, it'll automatically set the timestamp for that. So type equals, not type, time. That is a good, I'm glad I caught that. That could have been really bad because we were setting the wrong variable. Okay, so case let. Okay, so we know what time will be. So if I make it past the crickets test, what we need is date dot parse date plus space plus type. Okay, so now that should parse it correctly. Okay. So that should parse it correctly where we're getting the date and the time. We'll change this to stream. No, we need the time. So that can stay type. We just need the time here. Yeah. Okay. Results. Earn results. Well, technically no, we need it to return parsed like this. Sign result minus, I believe, what is the, yeah, for this to be just a lowercase t. So this will return the format. This will return the formatted Discord timestamp, or it should at least. And then, once we have that, it will automatically add it. So this should be everything we need. We just need it. What we need to provide. Now here's the question. trying to think here now. So the problem we'll run into is, how do we dictate if it's a late stream or a regular stream, a late stream, or an early stream? If we're asking it to pass a date and a type, I suppose we could just get... We need to get this upcoming Tuesday is the problem. We need to look for get upcoming Tuesday. Upcoming Tuesday. We could take the easy way out there, but I wanna think out this problem. Let me think here. Session. Hold on, I might have just... Let me see. Let me see real quick. Oh, I just lost my browser. Hold on. Oh, I'm trying to open my old tabs. Oopsies. Alright. I really did kill the music too. Hold on. Bring it back. Sorry guys, let's go back to that. Technical difficulties. Nothing's going wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. There we go. That's better. Alright, so let's think this out. So, what we need to do is we need to create times. Export function, create times. The question becomes, okay, so what we needed to do is we needed to add choices name regularly early. You know what? It's not much more different to just add this. So what we need is, we'll just, yeah, you know what? So what we could either do is we have them type out. I could just type out the whole date thing, or I could just have it copy and pasted from Hammer Time. Personally, I might just prefer to type it out. Or use Hammer. You know what? We'll just use Hammer Time. I don't think we can lessen the complications here, make it a lot easier if we just remove the choices and just have us input it ourselves. So required true. Then we can just add the crickets. There we go. This is the easiest solution. It's kind of a brute force way, but I think it makes sense. Yeah, this is just easier. I feel like we run the risk of overcomplicating it, and honestly, adding in the timestamps that makes sense it's really not that bad. We can always this makes it more customizable too. So I think this is what we're gonna go with. So let's open up our session here, and then run, reload, run live, or live, either one. Alright, now we can test. Now that he's alive, we can test this out for real. Yay. Alright. Now we just go to Hammer Time. We'll go over here. Now next Tuesday, tomorrow, so we'll just say 4 p.m. Wednesday. Do the same thing. Boom. Alright, so now the one last thing I want to ask, and this will be, yeah, perfect. Alright, so it's getting the correct thing. So the one last thing I have to ask is, can we merge these into the same message? Because that would be really nice. That'd be really nice. Could it be as simple as that? Let's run that. It's not even on the list and it's still running the commands? That might be a problem. Let's just add cricket. We just need crickets on all the days. Object, object. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Ignore me. You disable the pangs. We'll just do that so we don't ping anyone temporarily. We've got it saved in the comment below anyway, so okay. We can't. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Maybe that really is. Maybe we can't. Let me see here. Merge. Let's see if we can merge, ping. Yeah. Dot reply. Can we pass to argument? No, we can't. Wait. Oh, we can send content as a separate object. So does that mean bring the bot alive? Alright. Internal error. Okay, what was the error? Oh, follow-up. We're using the follow-up. We don't want that. We need reply. Oops. I keep doing that. This is a shortcut I don't even know, like, the answer to that. Perfect. Okay, so we can send content and embeds in the same thing. That's great. That's great. Okay, so now we just need. Okay, keep that comment. All right, so we have the content. Can I add \n? Let me see if I can. Explorer.js. Okay. New line. \n. Don't tell me what to use for an HTTP library. HTTP 1 client written for Node.js? No thank you. I'm building a custom in Hano and Bun because I have good taste in APIs. Real developers don't use Express. Real developers raw dog it. They write their own HTTP requests from scratch. Because why would you ever want a framework that does the work for you? No real developer wants that. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's see what we got next. Oh, we've got that. Live command. I almost forgot I have a live command. I almost forgot I added that. Oh yeah, I can use \n. No, there we go. That's better, because now you guys can actually see the console down there. Alright, so. There we go. Alright, so. Schedule. That's fine. Alright, well we know it's not. It's okay. The embeds don't work. So we don't need those. Alright. So we don't need those. They'll just ping. It's fine. So we have content, the ping, and the embeds in the schedule. Perfect. Alright, so that is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we need. Live. Could space it out better, I suppose. It's fine. Now I could make it automatic with Twitch and stuff like that. But this is good for now. I think we can call that good for now. Stable. Yeah, we need a stable command. Stable.ts. Oh, what do I do? Export defaults. Data. New. No. Set name. Yeah, these are all set and then add. Okay. Add stable. Set description. Yeah, we could also have a projects command. Do we have that listed? We don't. Well, maybe a central projects command could be cool. A central projects command could be cool. But I feel like I bounce between so many different projects, it only makes sense to just have different, like... We'd have a help command, though. Help command. Now the question I actually have is... Yeah, you have to have the manage channels permission to be able to run that. And the question is... We don't need that for stable. We have that for schedule. Yes, we do. We have that for not... Rules? Yeah, rules. Well, technically you don't need to. I mean, it might be good for anyone to know, build some... Nah, we'll just keep it managed channels. Pet. Yeah, we got that. That's adorable. Alright. Alright. Don't need deploy. Yeah, we need an inbound stable. Alright. Work const. Stable, embed. Object. Does it need to equal that? No, not really. There's new embed builder. It doesn't need to be, we just need a... I'm gonna go get the template for one. Rules. Not rules. Schedule. There we go. Okay. Unstable equals new embed builder. Okay, and then we want the description. What do we want the description to be? Up tier, like stable.dev. Project, there we go. Actually, you know what, we can make this easy, we'll do projects. Then we can rename this to projects. And then make this an object, and now it could just be one giant object. Which could be a horrible idea. So you know what, we're not going to do that actually. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I feel like it makes sense to make them all separate embeds for now and separate files, because I don't know about one giant file with all my projects. Like, for scalability reasons, I feel like a bunch of files might make more sense. At least for now. I mean, we can also look at different we can always like no, yeah, let's actually make it on one file. I don't think it'll be a big deal. We won't have that many Actually, knowing me, I probably will have multiple projects going on at once. TS. It's fine. We'll do it one file because I think it'll be easier to manage having it all in one file. Stable. There we go. There's projects. Project. Okay, we set an image too. Embed attaching images. Yeah, assets, okay. New attachment builder. Oh. That object. Yeah, either way we need an attachment builder. And then it just attaches the file to it. Thank. Wait, what are we doing? No, we need a thumbnail. That's what we need. Yeah, we need a thing. Set image. Set image is what we need. Set thumbnail. Set author. Yeah, icon URL. And then set thumbnail. This appears probably the thumbnail. So we could set a thumbnail too. And set an image. We'll do both. Yeah. Set thumbnail. Because the order it'll be in is probably like, yeah, tell us the description. Set thumbnail. Man, we need an image host on it, but actually, I think I know. I need to go find if Stable has a CDN. Because maybe I just need to. What if it accepts? Let me see if it accepts that. Stored.js doesn't work. Need the docs. And we can search through here. Set thumbnail. URL set. Yeah, it has to be a URL. Okay, so would be cool to set up my own CDN actually. I definitely should make my own CDN actually. That's some, yeah. Free CDN. Do we want JS deliver? Or CDN.js? CDN.js I think is bigger. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, because this supports GitHub. Then we just need to stack files on GitHub. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we can do that, or we could just make a simple like image uploader. So I think there is another. We do post images. We'll just do post images. We'll do the quick and easy solution, and I can work on making a full we can try and make a GitHub repository with all the files that I might need later. Let me see here. Alright, so I can get it over here. Alright, so now Okay. Now this way. Now we can just upload the other one. Okay. Alright, so now we can set image. There we go. Alright, so now we got that. This is a test. Then I want to add some inline fields as well. A JS Deliver would be great if we can like query GitHub repositories, because then I could just have a GitHub repository with all the static files that I need. And then just use JS Deliver. That's probably the easiest method. Let me delete these. Over here. Alright. No. And add fields. Okay. Yeah. So we want them inline, so we'll make them inline. Oh, we can make a break? Oh, that makes like a nice break. Okay, that's cool. Alright. This would be a good display of the website, actually, yeah. Okay. We get the things off the website. So I can get what exactly we need to copy and paste real quick. There we go. I'll probably smoother. Set up environment variables. I'm just copy and pasting this information from the test website. And then we can alright. Now we've got that. Now we just needed to call this in stable TS. Async. What did I do wrong? Async execute. Interaction. Command interaction. Interaction, command interaction. Then we pass this as interaction. Reply. Embeds. stable. Projects.stable. There we go. Alright, so reload the file. Let me go live. Boom. Then we go over here. That's not very fast. Oh. So I swapped the image and thumbnail when I shouldn't have. Alright. Okay, so. So this needs to be thumbnail, and this needs to be image. And I'll show you guys once this is done. Give me 1 second. Let me just reload. Go live. Let's delete that because that never happened. Why do you not like that? Stable. Okay. So that's actually pretty good. And then what we need to do is, actually what we can also see is the links. I think we can add something like that. Set URL. Yeah. Now let me see if I can go get the correct color. We go to where our colors are. Alright, there we go. That should be a good color for this. Alright, so much better. That looks much better. And we even got a link to the project. Alright, need an actual description. In 3 simple steps. Let me make that a markdown link, I think, yeah. I think that's, yeah. I need that. There we go. There we go. Alright, the platform for hosting Discord bots in 3 simple steps. And is this kind of a plug for them? Yes, kind of. Okay. As easy as pushing to your GitHub repo. Real quick, see. So the Figma board should have more of an idea of what we need. Tails. Okay. Let me get a link to Tails real quick, because Tails is the GitHub repository we use to manage manage it's open source too, but it's how we manage like different support for languages and frameworks. Let me see. Okay. Infrastructure automatically scales. I'm gonna use bold here. Okay. Alright, now let me reload this. Alright, now we do... Okay. Oh, yeah, it all is a different list. Does that help? There we go. Or maybe that. Let's just test what works. There we go, that helps. There we go. Maybe we don't need this section, I feel like. I don't know if we really do. I feel like it just makes it excessively long. Alright, let's make it that. There we go. What? Okay, fine. Separate these by spaces. Probably looks better. And there's more room now, so. What? Eh? Maybe it's just that spacing that's messing it up. There we go. There we go. Alright. Looks good to me. Alright. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't think there's anything more the commander really need. I think that's good. Alright, let me real quick then talk this out. Alright, let me go commit this to the GitHub repository real quick. Right, committed, perfect. Now we just need a help command. I suppose we could make a blog too. The links is easy. I'm gonna just take this. Links. Enter.me /box. Actually, we can do it. Okay, fine, we'll go with this. There we go. Then okay, once again, fine, we'll do this. Okay. Alright, that should be just fine. Delete that preview. I really like that plugin, but it gets very annoying sometimes. Reload. Links. Okay, well that works. But we don't need that. We need links. Suppose we could just have like an You know what? Let's do this. Embed. Okay. Now where? There we go. Do I have? Oh, I have set color first. You know, we'll follow the formatting and do that. All right, perfect. So raise lines. Set description. And don't ask why I like to refer to it as interwebs. It's just funny. It's quite funny. You have to say. There we go. Alright. Maybe now. Why do you not like the links? It's within the commands folder. Might just be... It's detecting that the command is there. It just doesn't seem to vibe with it. Well, it's alive. Go to low pet. Okay. I should be putting this in the embeds though. So we'll do that. Links.ts. Export. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got links to work. Well, air quotes, work. We don't really, it's not technically working. It's close enough, right? Surely that's close enough. Surely there's no other requirement of it. Alright. I guess we can work on the blog one while it's like registering. Blog.ts. Alright. Naturally, we need a really long and absurdly long embed, of course, so. Blog.ts. Blog equals new embed builder. There we go. This is a good one. These songs are such a vibe to have in the background though, like just completely aside of everything. I love having these. It's good music to play. Set title. And we will definitely get back to like playing the games. We're just doing some work for today. Set title. I'm gonna set that too. There we go. Then we just actually link to that. There we go. There we go. Why not? Why don't we move that here? Okay, that should be good. Huh? Oh. Completely forgot it. It's fine. We need the third person, well, arguably third person situation here. Reload. And maybe now, it's gonna be nice to me. That is outdated. There we go. Oh, I need to... Yeah, I need to edit that. We also don't need the timestamp thing. There we go. There we go. Links. There we go. Oh, well, yeah, we need to fix that editing. However, log. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now they'll... There we go. And blog. Yep. And there's the bento. Hey, in dark mode too. Okay, there we go. Alright, so all those work. I mean, now we can add X. Now we just need the help command, which I'm gonna real quick commit this. Alright. Gonna do that. Help.ts. Alright. or default data / command builder. Bit name help. All right. Dot. Set name help. Yeah. Set description. These exclamation points just because just all right. Okay. Export. Do we need an author? Nah. Title. Oh. Alright. Obviously, we need that classic doggo energy going about him. So we just gotta roll with that. I'm a big. Let's do this in alphabetical order because it makes sense. That's the description. What do you think it does? Okay. There we go. I might consolidate it to just one project command, but for now we'll just do that. We'll just make them separate. Alright, for now that's probably good. We could have a streaming videos command we can add. Yeah. Yeah, we might as well add them over here. Alright, I think we're gonna be finishing up the bot then today. Cause yeah, and then after that we just need to I can just get him hosted and we can get that ready to go. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Alright. No. It said this is the footer, actually. What is wrong here? Oh. There we go. Okay, is there anything else we need? What's the escape character, actually? There we go. There we go. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, how nice of it to warn me. Async. Execute. Interaction. Interaction dot reply. Embeds. Oh. There we go. Now it's alive. Now we go over here. And please have it already indexed. Now it's gonna take a little bit. I should have predicted that, but it's fine. Is there anything else we need from this command? I don't think so. Alright. Yeah, this should be it for that. Can I get? So let me try something. Get info from package. JSON. Well, can I import it? Maybe I could just import it. Import version from that's been, maybe we can do. There we go. Let me see, actually. Let me see. Surely there's a way to do this. You know, it might be because. Let me see real quick. Module detection force. It might be that. You know, it doesn't have to be the version listed. It's fine. Alright, let's just make it come alive. Now let's test this out. That's an old bot. Of course, command still doesn't work. Why? Why is it like this? What? Oh. Wait, it's not welcome in these channels, is it? No. It is welcome. Okay. Shouldn't have to mess with that then. All right. Why are they not being registered correctly? Why? Why? Command's outdated. It's online right now. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about the color. Now I just need to. Now, will it work? Help desk. Call it the help desk. Set author. Oh. Once again, we got text. There we go. Okay. But why are they not registering in here? They should be. Not sure. Honestly, not sure. We can look at that another time. I'll figure that out. But we know the commands are working, so I think we're good. We can add those in later. Or now. Nah, I think we need, yeah, you know, we need a break. Let me commit this, and we'll real quick, need... Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, so now that we're done with that... Shh. You see nothing. Need to pull this up. This is something I'm working on. Huh? What? What do you mean I'm not a pretzel? I'm not a What do you mean I'm not a pretzel? This was an Excalibur. This was an Excalibur, and it just turned into I'm not a pretzel. What? 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 What even? Huh? Hold on, what? What is it? Why? Alright. We're saving that for later. Hold on. I want to fix that up. Oh, is that it? There we go. Okay, we fixed it. I don't know how we fixed it, but we fixed it. Anyway, so this is a website I'm trying to work on where I want to do an educational platform of some kind called DevDeep. You know what, let's kill the music for a second. Can we full screen this? Yes, we can. Alright, let's talk about this. Alright. So this is DevDeep. This is my movement, my attempt, my something. What are we going to call it? A project. We'll just call it a project. Well, this is my attempt at building a website for truly free education, and in a very lightweight and laid back form. So the entire premise is effectively you go to this website. You did that. Excuse me. The entire premise is you go to this website, devdeep.org, and you would be able to navigate a very, very simple website, very lightweight. It's not supposed to be anything special. It's not supposed to be anything super dynamic. It's supposed to be anyone on any computer could load it. So, very simple, very simple. I might not even use Astra to make this. It would be very simple. The only thing I might do is use Pico CSS to save time, because I've really been wanting to mess with it as a CSS framework, but that's it. But DevDeep, it would be a website. This is a theory, keep in mind. A theory, a project, a concept. devdeep.org would be a website that is entirely based around offering resource links. And I'm talking resources upon resources to teach you, and you'll notice these haven't been filled in yet. We're still working on it, but this would be a completely free website. There's no accounts, there's nothing special on it, very lightweight, very basic. You go to the website, you've got a long list of different resources that you can check out on different topics such as game dev, web dev, infrastructure, hardware engineering, all sorts of other stuff that I have planned out but haven't put on this diagram because I want to keep it in my noggin for now. But this is the premise. This is the idea. Now, there are a lot of courses out there already, and I didn't want to make another course. I have for a long time wanted to make something where I felt like I could share resources for people or point people in a direction that I felt confident in to help them create stuff. This is not a website that's going to teach you how to code in the sense of here's how you get a job in coding, here's how you get here's how you learn these technologies that'll guarantee you a job. We're not playing that game here. We're not playing that game. I'm not going to lie to you. The competitiveness in this field is next level. It is next level. It is unlike anything else. And there's a good chance that you could go through all this and maybe employers still don't want you. And the only reason I say that is because the only reason I'm saying this is solely because so many platforms go out of their way to say this is guaranteed to get you a job. If you don't get a job, you're just a failure. This platform it should have worked, but it just didn't. And you suddenly have blamed the user for that. Okay? This is meant to free up all of that, free you from the chains of structure and feeling like you have to abide to a certain set path that may work or it may not. Now, this isn't for everyone. The basic premise of DevDeep would be you just go to the website and you've got resource links. That's it. Maybe I'd add some quizzes to test your knowledge, but even then, that's pushing it. The entire website is just supposed to be about, rather than having to search all around the internet for good quality resources, we are providing the good quality resources. You go to this one website, you go through the links that provide you with information on what you need to learn, where you can learn it, and all sorts of stuff like that. But it also doesn't set you up for failure. It's not going to lie to you. It's going to be like, hey, here, if you want to learn this, here you go. Is this guaranteed to get you a job? No, that's not the guarantee here. The guarantee is that you'll learn something. The guarantee is that we're providing you with quality resources that will get you somewhere. It's not going to be like, sign up for this program and get a job, which honestly, in today's world, sounds fantastic. It's not like I have a problem. And let me make something very clear. When I say that I think a project or a course or a website or anything like that shouldn't advertise that it works and it will get you a job and all that stuff. When I say I don't want a project, when I say I don't like projects that do that, I say that I don't like the saying. I don't hate on those projects. Like the Odin project, for example. There's an example. I literally took the Odin project. I didn't finish it because I just kind of fell out of love with the teaching style, but a lot of people would like it because it's very structured, it's set, it's orderly, and it tells you what you need to learn and how you need to learn it. And for people that just want that, that's fantastic. So, DevDeep is not for everyone. Same reason why Odin is not for everyone. And don't get me wrong, Odin is fantastic. I love that platform to pieces. I support it. I've contributed to it. I will continue to contribute to it. But I honestly want to give something else. Give another solution for the people like me who just want to be able to today I want to learn, I think I want to try out this, I want to learn how I can do this. Okay, come to this website. You can go to where you want, you can go to what you want to learn and how you want to learn it. And then you can just figure it out. You'll get the links and you can read. You can read on what to do. And it's not going to be a lot of hand holding. It's not going to be like slowly introducing you to stuff. It's going to provide you with the resources like, hey, start here, then work your way through here. So in that sense, there may be some structure. There's a little bit of structure, but the only reason there is any structure is because we don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want you to go to this website and be like, I want to learn Godot, and be like, okay, here's how you make 3D games in Godot. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, hey, I want to make games in Godot. Like, are you sure you want to do Godot? Let's talk you through it. Let's go to the game dev page, like right here. Let's go to the game dev page. Let's go to this page, and the game dev page will. Let me start over with that. Let's go to the game dev page, and when we go to that page, it will showcase what order to learn things in. No, take that. Hold on, let me think. Let's go to you walk in. Let's say you walk into this website and you say, I want to learn game dev. Okay, go to the game dev section. What's the game dev section going to provide for you? Well, it's going to tell you what game dev is, what you're going to need to learn to at least get the basics, like what is necessary to understand the basics, and how you're going to learn that. It's going to talk you through, like, we're going to provide you with resources. It's not going to be a lot of hand holding, a whole walkthrough of like, this is what this website is for. We're going to provide you with the resources and you use what you will. If you don't like a resource, you don't have to use it. But we're giving you options. We might even have multiple resources for the same topic, just to be like, hey, pick the article, glance through the articles and pick the one that clicks with you the most. We'll give you multiple resources. We're not going to waste your time. We're going to show you like, hey, you want to try this? Okay, you want to learn how to write GD script specifically? No. I'm trying to think of a good way to talk through this. Scrap it all before. We got this now. Okay, we got this now. Okay. So let's say I go to the website and I want to learn game dev. So I go to the website, devdeep.org, and I go to game dev, the game dev section. I go to this section and I go to this section and it instantly tells me what game dev is about, what you'll gain from it, and the main things about game dev, like the main things you'll need to learn and the main things that are important to know regardless of what aspect of game dev you get into. So from that, we're going to lead into the foundations. Now, this website is going to provide everything as a navigation list. So you can easily say, like, so it's going to be like, hey, if you already know some stuff, you can skip it over. You can skip over the foundations if you know the basics. You can just jump straight into an engine. Maybe you already know Unreal, but you want to switch to Godot. You can skip the foundations and just go straight to the Godot section because you already know how game dev works. You already know the basics of game dev, at least, if you know Unreal Engine. So you can just bounce on over to the Godot section and get rolling. Or same deal with Unity. You can bounce over to the Godot section. You can tell I like Godot a lot. Anyway, but yeah, it's a very loose thing, and it kind of looks a lot more structured from this. I admit that, but the only reason I have it like this is just to make it a lot more organized and easy to see. But yeah, it's gonna be less of like do this then do this, and more like, hey, how are you starting out? Do you know some of the basics? Okay, then you can skip over this section. Do you not know the basics? Okay, start with foundations. It's gonna be very no nonsense. It's not making promises. It's not dragging out things. It's going to provide resources, and you take it as you will. If there's gaps, then it will be a completely open source repository, the code is for the website, and you can go and file an issue. If you feel like there's holes in the content, like, hey, I really think we need an extra resource to really give people the opportunity to learn this more, okay, then we'll add a resource on that. It's no nonsense. It's simple. There's nothing more to it. So you've got the resource. You would go to each page and it will provide you with resources. Is there any reading besides that? No. You click on the page, it's going to give you a base introduction to what this section is going to be about and what the topics will cover, and then you'll get the resources. It's simple. It's lightweight reading. We're going to try and minimize how much reading you do on specifically DevDeep. We don't want you to be stuck on the DevDeep website. We want you bouncing around on the internet. We want you, here's a website for this. Here's this website. Here's that website, And it sounds a bit chaotic. I admit that. and let me put the arrow over here. It sounds a bit chaotic, and if you think that sounds too chaotic, just this website isn't for you. The reason I'm making this is because I, as a person, me specifically, felt like this is the best way I would have been able to learn something. Because Odin was great. It provided resources, but I often felt like it was providing too much. There was too much reading. There was too much of me to do. There was too much of everything, you know? So, how do we avoid that? I mean, we're providing resources. How do we provide like a detachment of like, oh, you don't have to read constantly, but we're providing resources. So, how do we avoid that? Well, that's where I want to implement a form of projects. Okay. So when you go into each course, the thing that, and I left this out, the reason I left this out is this is a whole other thing to get into, I feel like. Whenever you get into one of these courses, we tell the big thing that the section nails into you right here at the start, either in game dev or web dev or infrastructure or anything like that. We tell them, what are you going to use this for? Think of a project. Don't say you want a job and that's all this is. No, think of a project or think of multiple projects. Think of however many projects you want. We recommend just one project. So stick with one project if you like, or you can bounce around whatever you want. But when you go to this page, you'll think of a project. When you have, or maybe you had a project beforehand you wanted to make. When you have that project set in your head on what you're wanting to make first, to really get a feel for game dev, an idea you don't feel like is too perfected, something you feel like can be a bit loose. You don't need a too refined experience. You need something simple, just something simple that you don't have extreme expectations of, just something to apply your learning to. And that is the goal here. When you go through all of these, you're working through a project. So that is the more structured way of looking at it, really. So what I'd like to do is think of this website as you go through and you've got the resources, and you can either just go through all the resources and read what you need, or just search, or just go through the website, and maybe you just need to troubleshoot something. You can go to 2D games in Godot. You need to just understand the basics of 2D games in Godot. You just go to that section. You get the resources, you read what you need, and you're done. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So that's the most basic form. But if you need the more structured version, then you would start in the game dev section and you'd work your way through it. And that is the biggest thing here. It's loose. It's flexible. You use it how you need it. You take it as you need it, and you use what you need and nothing else. We're not going to drag you through dirt. We're going to tell you, hey, if you want to go from 0 to 100 with just DevDeep, this is how you do it. But if you need just specific, just some nice resources, maybe there's a specific topic you need good resources on, just go through and go to that section. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I think the biggest thing for me is thinking about this concept in the sense of, how do I want to approach this? Like, do I want, like, what I've just given you is a spiel on the ideas and the ideologies I want to throw into this. But how exactly can we tackle this in a way that I feel like is the most flexible approach? Because even just thinking about it, I think the only other approach I would look at is just having an amalgamation of resources. Like right now, it would be pages leading into pages. You go to devdeep.org, you go to the game dev section, there'd be the foundations, there'd be just a long list of different things you can do with that. So the question becomes, do we want to provide less of here's the foundations and then lead into this, or do we want the sections based off the technologies? Do you want to go to dev deep and then be able to learn a technology? Because honestly, but no, because here's the thing. Here is the thing here. Dev deep is something I really want to make happen, but the actual structure is something I'm still bringing greatly into question. So, do we want it? We could have it structured around different technologies. However, if you're learning specific technologies you're not gonna go anywhere with that. You need to understand what you're getting into. So if I made Dev Deep specifically about different technologies, like you just clicked around to find the technologies you want to learn about, and that be it, then it'd be probably the most flexible solution possible. So maybe what we need instead is hmm. Okay. No, I think I know. So from talking it out with you guys and really just from talking it out here and just thinking on it, I think possibly the best approach here could actually be to focus it on the technologies. Like you go to devdeep.org and there's a long list of the different technologies you can go to. But if you need to start, if you're just a beginner, then you need to start with the foundations, and it's going to provide you with resources on the foundations. So less of here's the structure of everything, and more of it's like if you're a beginner, you go here. You start with the section on this is what you need to learn first, and you go through here and then go through here and that stuff like that. Um, stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's a really hard thing because I want to know I want to know the best direction to take this in. Because do we want it to be a bit more structured where you go through the foundations resources and then you can pick, do you want to do Godot, Unity, or Unreal? Or, because if we went for the resource hub approach, we'd want to just do it on different technologies, you know? Like, you could have an Unreal, Godot, and Unity section, but we could also have one on Mono game framework, Bevy, Love, all sorts of stuff like that. So we can make it more tailored to that, but that I feel like is less tailored to actual like that's tailored to more just developers and people who haven't gotten into the foundations and are just jumping in, you know? That's more tailored to, and I don't really like that. So what we need is a case where we're looking at things, because I want wow. This is really difficult actually. This is really, really difficult. I'm thinking one of the better approaches, because this is a website that's supposed to teach you how to build with code and learning to read documentation, just being like, hey, we're not gonna walk you through things. We're gonna be like, hey, here are the resources to learn this, this, and this. Go through them. When you're done, you can come back here. And yeah, I just learned to use Google and stuff like that, and that's probably something. Learn how to read docs and Google Foo. Google Foo, yeah. Okay, so yeah, because that's what I'm thinking with this. This is, we need to look at that. Yeah, because I don't want just a long list of technologies, because here's the thing, there's so many websites you could already go to for that. There's so many websites you could already go to for that. Like, I'm done talking, so we'll go. I'm done with my speech, so we'll go over here. We'll do X. There's websites like this, Learn X in Y minutes, and this website is so easy. You just go through and you're like, hey, I want to learn OCaml. I can go to OCaml, and there's the code right there that I can get, which is awesome. But you see, I mean, all you really need to do is just if you are a developer who understands at the majority of how a programming language works and the basics of like how programming works, you could go through this and you know what you're looking at. Like, it would talk you through what each thing does, and even if you need more explanation, you just Google that. You're like, oh, I don't really know what polymorphic means. So I can just Google polymorphic. And I know I can just Google polymorphic. It's that easy. But a lot of people don't really realize that they can just Google their way out of stuff. So there's so many resources that will just serve as like nice boilerplates. So this needs to be focused on more just like teaching you how to think like that and how to work your way through that. Look, they even teach you Vim script. Vim script, for goodness sake. Zig. Frameworks? You want frameworks? They got framework stuff. They don't have a lot of frameworks, admittedly, but tools, all that stuff. Hey, Capeach. I'm going through it. Ruby ecosystem? Why is there an entire section on the Ruby ecosystem? Like, of all things, the Ruby ecosystem. Just looking at learn X and Y minutes. There we go. All right, so yeah, and that's so yeah, because Capeach right now I'm talking out a project idea I had called DevDeep, and it would be a very simple website that's entirely about like just like talking you through learning to build stuff with code, but like more on the focus of like reading documentation and using Google Foo, just like Googling your way out of stuff, which a lot of people wouldn't like, I feel like, but I feel like it would be really nice to have just something as a place to like show that off specifically, rather than having a set structured course. ChatGPT. Yeah, there you go. Let's go to Chat. Yeah, that would be the main competitor of this platform, ChatGPT. It would be a very basic website, but it's still very much a work in progress, the idea of it. But the idea would be to literally just like, rather than have like just kind of act as a resource hub where it's like you can go to we picked out some good resources with like quality reading or quality videos or something like that, and you can go through them and find what you need. So it definitely would be more focused on beginners, at least how I have it laid out, but it's an idea. And there's a lot of different courses out there, so it'd be like, the main idea is how can you make it more unique, stand out more, and more just a different experience. Why would you choose this over something else? But in some ways, it's not even about choosing it over something else. It's more just, it's for the basics. It's just like, do you want to learn game dev? Okay, here's the technologies you'll want to learn to do that. Like, okay, here's some resources to do that. And then, that's it. It's not going to take you to a very advanced level because it's like, you could just Google your way, the entire time you've been learning how to read documentation and Google your way out of stuff. And without a course, that's basically what you're doing. So, kind of just preparing you for that almost, but it's a very loose idea. A very loose idea I'm still working through. I need water. That's true. You wonder how many people really do just like pull up ChatGPT and they're just like, I want to learn this. And then ChatGPT like comes up with a bunch of different things they can read through to learn about that. You might even be able to come up with like some, actually, you know what? Let's put this theory to the test. I just want to see something real quick. ChatGPT. Now, do I want to test this with ChatGPT or? Okay, no. Skip. All right. We're gonna test this with ChatGPT and Claude, and I just want to test this theory and see. Let's see. All right, we'll test it. ChatGPT and Claude. All right. I want to learn to make 3D games in Unreal. So I see the difference here. That's awesome. Wow, we're starting off great. Okay. Maybe we'll throw that into Claude too and see what he comes up with. Okay. Okay, so there's some variation. Okay, so ChatGPT went straight into like talking about like how the steps of like first download Unreal Engine, familiarize yourself with the interface, learn the basics of visual scripting, giving you a whole more in-depth layout of what you want to do and stuff like that, and the different things you'll need to learn, and even like explore different, and even like explore, like you want to explore the documentation, Udemy and stuff like that, practice and iterate, recommend next steps and all this stuff. And then Claude is like, Claude give you a very basic thing to start out with, but they also did that. I will give Claude the credit if they actually provided basic programming concepts first, like familiarity with 3D concepts as well, like coordinates, vectors, stuff like that, and a computer that meets Unreal's requirements. Over here, it's just like, oh, download the engine, familiarize yourself with the interface, now learn the basics of visual scripting, now learn C++, which maybe I'm nitpicking it, but to a beginner, it's very different. It's a little bit different in many ways. Server responsibility, occasional responses for learning. Let's just see what it comes up with from explanatory. Is this, think before responding. Oh. I'm sorry, is that all it has to say? It just says let. That's all we need here. Hold on, let's just start a new chat with explanatory. Yeah. What's your current experience? Yeah, and now it's asking all these questions. It's asking all these questions of different ways to do that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm into that. I'm into that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely something I still want to toy around with, but we'll see what we get from it. All right. All right. Anywho, I am going to make myself some food, so we're gonna try and find someone to raid. Who do we got on the table for today? Practical NPCs on? No Sleep Mondays? I haven't seen Practical NPC in a while. Alright. You know what? Yeah, let's go for Practical NPC. He's awesome. He's making a Celeste clone, but don't call it a Celeste clone. Okay? Don't do that to him. So, capiche. We're gonna raid Practical NPC, and when we join the chat, we gotta say it's all a Celeste clone. We gotta say it's all a Celeste clone. Just see his reaction, because he loves it when people do that. Not really, but all right. It's been real, chat. It's been real, but we're gonna head out. All right, so I'm gonna go raid Practical NPC, show him some love, and it's all a Celeste clone. You know how it is. All right. Farewell, chat. Farewell. Aha! Away we go. Woohoo!